How's it going, everybody? This is Video Boy, and welcome to another live stream. Alright, so I'm feeling a lot better today. I think we'll be able to do a full stream today. So hopefully we'll get through the 3 hours. So what's on deck for today? Today we're going to start out with something kind of unusual. I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, so it's going to be a lot of research. I'll see how far I get with this. I'm hoping to finish it. It doesn't seem too complicated. But basically, we're going to add RSS feed support to the Hollowbit website, and we're also going to add the social media meta tags. So if people link pages on the Hollowbit website, like to Facebook or something like that, it will generate like a nice link structure. I won't go on Facebook, but I think you guys know what I mean. Here. There's probably some images on it. Okay, there you go. Restarting the stream now. Sorry about that, guys. You probably didn't hear any of that whole intro I did. I recorded some footage yesterday for the devlog, so it was in like super high definition encoding and everything like that for the footage for the video. So if I try to stream with that, it just completely crashes and just goes nuts and starts jittering. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so I guess I'll restart the intro and all. So how's it going, everybody? This is Video Boy, and welcome to another live stream. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit unusual. We're going to be adding a RSS feed to the website. And I've never done anything like this before. And it should be pretty simple, but there's going to be some research, of course. And another thing we're going to do is add the social media meta tags. So when you share a link on the Hollowbit website on Facebook or Twitter or something, okay, there, I'm done. See, like in this picture here, someone shared a link to a YouTube video, and then Facebook kind of auto-generated this thing. So it put like the description, it had the title, and then it has like a little image. So most of the time, it's not really Facebook that actually gets this information. It's actually inside the meta tag, and then the web developer has to specify it. So we're going to do that, so our website is more social media friendly. This should also work on Twitter and other websites like that. It's pretty standard across the board. Yeah, and then the RSS feeds, of course. That should be pretty simple as well. So I don't know. Let's get into it. Oh yes, and after this, depending on how adventurous I feel, we're either going to be working on Archipelago and adding a couple of features there, or if I'm feeling super adventurous, I'm probably going to start working on the tutorial and doing research on it, and trying to find a link between tiled and making our own tile manager kind of thing for the tutorial series. So yeah, there's that. Okay. I don't know, I'm super excited today. Let's get into this. Okay. So I found this article here on Make Use Of. It's a very nice introduction to making an RSS feed, but it doesn't go too in depth. It shows a little bit in PHP here, so how you can generate the RSS feed, which is it's very nice. But I think we can pretty much figure it out, and then we have W3 Schools, which has a bunch of information on how it works, all the different tags and stuff. Oh, there's actually an image tag now. Okay, that's for the channel. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's get on with it. Actually, I'm going to be editing files directly off the website. So this way you guys can actually have kind of a live view of what's going on. There's one thing I need to do real quick first, though. I think it was here, maybe. Yeah, this. So this will make it so that our RSS feeds can be .xml, but they'll also use PHP format, so it won't send the PHP code to the client, it'll process it first. So we have to update our htaccess here. This is just basically some rules for the website. So this rule here is what allows us to do like hollowbit.net/posts/new website. So this wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense because we don't even have a folder structure like this, and this file doesn't actually exist. So what's happening is this link is being parsed into this. And that we can read easier. So really, each post page isn't its own page. It's just one page, and then it gets the info from the database using the ID. So that's how that works. I don't know why I explained it, but yeah. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So we're talking about the htaccess. This is for my my blog. So if you can access my blog with, well, here I'll show it to you guys. Not everybody knows about it. You can access it /videoboy, but you can also do a couple other little things. You can do /nmayor, or my full name, Daniel Mayor, and it just redirects you. So that's what these do. Or if you do videoboy without the 0, it still works. Same thing, but this is for the other programmer's blog. It's not up yet, but it's there. And this rule here is to prevent people from being able to see the file structure of the website. So yeah. And now I'm going to add this extra rule here. And I think we might need to restart the web server. Oh, I forgot to advertise the stream on Twitter. I'll do that real quick. I forgot to use hashtags the last time, I think, so it didn't really work super well. You should do the hashtag GameDev and then the hashtag IndieDev. Those are pretty popular ones. I think my message might have been a little too long. I don't think Twitter should count hashtags in the character length. It kind of doesn't make much sense. Or at least count each character as like half value or something. Hey, Colio. Alright, cool. Okay, so now we're in the website. I think we need to restart the web server, so let's... Okay, there you go. So let's test it out, I guess. If we need to create a new file here. We need to create the... Nice. Yeah, my sister's doing the same sometimes. She's watching from school. Alright, so I want to call it rss.xml. I don't know the naming conventions on that. I'm new to this stuff, but let's see. And then just do PHP info just to see if it works. And okay, it's uploaded. Nice, it worked. Okay, so now we can easily generate. Hold on, I just want to check something just to make sure. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we can generate the RSS feed based on that, so that's going to be pretty sweet. So we're going to leave this page open because we're going to need a lot. We can close all this here. This I wanted to keep. Feedly. This website is pretty cool. Well, I don't know about the website. I've been using the app. On Android, they have a widget, so you put it straight on your home page or whatever page you want on your Androids. What's it called, like not a desktop, but you know, like the home page. And it just gives you a bunch of feeds for things that you subscribe to. So I have a bunch of things here for tech. So I get some stuff. I get some feeds from them, so I get some cool news about things like CES and all that stuff. It's kind of cool. And they support RSS feeds, so you can put the RSS feed link in here, and it'll add it for you. So that's pretty sweet. I might eventually add their actual integration eventually, because they have their own kind of RSS thing. That seems a little better, but I won't do that today for sure, at least not in the stream. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to this. Oh, it's already open over here. I'm not sure what this is for. I'm not sure what they mean by that. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna try it out on Feedly. I'll subscribe to my own website and see how it works and see if it is working. Okay. Okay, so you need to specify some stuff. You need to have information here. So we're going to be using RSS 2.0. So let's just put that in there like that. Okay, and then we have the title, link, description. So let's put that in here as well for the channel. Oh crap, I saved it. I didn't want to save it because now it's going to upload to a website and you guys will be able to see this incomplete thing. It's okay though. Okay, and then I think we can just close off the channel here like that. Okay, but the entry, we want it to be automatic, like you know, like we want it to generate by itself using PHP. So we're going to open up PHP here. So we can get the information from the database, and we're going to get, like, I think the latest 10 posts or something like that. I think I'm going to change the language it's reading to, how do you do that in here? PHP. That seems a bit better. Okay, so we need to get the last 10 entries. So let's just go back to our code here. We can basically just copy paste some stuff. Also, I noticed there was an invulnerability with the Hollowbit website yesterday. The post.php page was able to be, people could do MySQL injections because I was just putting the ID of the post directly in. So it was super vulnerable, but I fixed that. But this one should be fine because the user doesn't modify the post at all. It just straight up gets the last few posts. We don't need to check if there's any rows. We just don't do anything. Okay, let's just load this up like that. Okay. Okay, so this is going to loop through each element of the query, and we're going to make this limited by 10. So it's going to get the 10 first posts. Alright, so then let's exit out of PHP here and then get back into it here. Okay, and then for each of these, we're going to have to enter back into PHP and then output the different things. So we have the title. Here we're going to have to put the link. So https://hollowbit.net/posts/ and then the post's ID. I think I'm just going to copy this so I don't have to write every single time. What's GUID? Let me just check on the website real quick here. Okay. Oh, so we can just pretty much just put the ID here. It's just an ID for the post. So that's good. Publication date. We'll just put the date, and then after that we'll add the Eastern tag so they know it's Eastern time. And then the description. I don't know why he's using the CData thing. Let's see. And the description tag houses the actual content or description of the entry. Remember the above is appeared. I'm not sure why it uses the CData thing, but let's just keep it. And then for us, it wasn't description; it was summary. Honestly, I think that might be it. Okay, whoops, we have to finish. We have to add this title here. Hollowbit, and then the link will be. We have SSL on the website now, so. Okay, and is there anything else we need after this? Okay, this looks good. Oops. Let's refresh. Uh-oh. Undefined variable MySQL. Oh yeah, we have to connect. I forgot about that. It's in the scripts folder. There you go. Let's try it. Let's try this again. Okay. How are they reading their RSS feed? What are they using? Oh, okay, cool. Firefox actually has some built-in thing. I think I still have Firefox installed. So let's load that up. Oh, nice. I think we can remove the CData tags there. If you click this link, it should bring us to the post. Very cool. I gotta say, Firefox impresses me sometimes. Some really nice features in there. Yeah, let's just remove the CData stuff. I don't really know what that is. Well, I guess we should Google what it is. Okay, it's add HTML. Oh, okay. Well, our description isn't doesn't use HTML, so I think we should be good. But the CData tag wasn't actually even written properly, though. Like if I'm looking at this. Okay, let's put the CData tag in there properly, and then let's see what happens. I think it was like this. No. Bracket, bracket, greater than. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so they wrote their thing wrong. This looks good though. I'm happy with this. We can of course add an image tag to it, which I think we should. So I saw a quick tutorial on how to do that here. So let's do that. We'll add the image tag to the description. Let's just copy that. It looks good. We're going to have to, of course, modify some things in it, but that's okay. Okay, so image and line left. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, then the image URL. So that's at https://net/images/posts, and then it's yeah, I think it's a post. Yeah, the post folder. So we're going to need this again. Let's just verify that first before uploading it. Images, post. Yeah, okay, that was good. I remembered properly. Okay, save it. Alright, should be live now. And there you go, it's huge. Yeah, maybe we should limit the width and height. RSS image size. Here, I'll just bring that up here. This is crap. That's another thing with Firefox though. Well, I guess my internet's slow because I'm streaming, but I definitely feel that it's slower. Okay, well it says the maximum allowed width here is 144. But honestly I have a hard time believing that because this website looks like it was made 10 years ago. Let's specify the image for the channel. So let's do that first. I have to change a couple things around on the server here first. So images. We have the Hollowbit icon, but I also want to have the no, not this one. It's the other one. this image. What should we call it? Whatever, we'll just call it background.png. Okay, so it should be here now. Yeah, okay, background.png. So in the RSS file here, we can add a image tag to the channel. So image. Let's see how that works first. Now I have so many things open right now. It was here, I think. Image. Okay. Oh, we can even add categories. Oh, email address of the author. Now that I didn't set up. Eventually I plan on adding a couple other little features like that, like categories and official authors and things like that. But for now, no. Okay, so the image actually has a bunch of stuff. Oh, hey, said Oliver. Yeah. That'd be pretty big, I think. But I guess you never know. Fairly soon, that's probably going to be standard. You know, like you have Macs with 5K displays. If you get an image like 144 pixels, geez, that's tiny on those displays. It's nothing. Images, and then there's background.png. Alright, let's reload this. Okay, so we have the image there. It seems to be working well. Yeah, let's add a copyright. Nice. Okay, so we're going to automatically generate the year. Actually, I'm going to add that to the website after. That's pretty sweet. No, it's in the footer. Let's load that up real quick. Components. Oh, I don't even put a date. just add it in real quick here. Alright, yeah, I had a feeling the copyright wouldn't show up. But let's just test if it worked on the Hollowbit website. Yeah, copyright 2017. Cool. I like that. Oh, look. You can see the background here. With Firefox, it blurs it when it scales it up. We're gonna have to look into how to fix that. That's one thing I hate with CSS is all these browser compatibilities. It's so annoying. Oh yeah, we have to add a title tag for that here. Yeah, we can do that here. Do that real quick. There's a lot of stuff I kind of forgot to do. It's not loading it, but I think it has to do with caching. I think if we do Control F5, it should reload completely. Or maybe it's just not uploading to the server. Yeah, it looks like it was it. Okay, now it should work. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. We also, actually, I think I did that already. Let me just check that code real quick. I just need to make sure that the post also has a generated title tag. Yes, it does. Okay, good. And all the other pages as well, we need to make sure they have it, like the contact page and all that. And this I'm going to actually change to home hyphen Hollowbit, like that. And then we're going to do that with the other pages as well. Oh no, I closed Notepad. I'm going to keep these pages open because we're going to have to actually add more tags up here after. I think we're pretty much getting close to being done with the RSS feeds here, so I'm going to add those in. So we also have the contact. I believe the archive page as well needs a title tag. And the press kits page. Is that archive before I forget? Info.p. Oh, yeah, we can delete that. We're not using that anymore. Alright, there you go. Those should be good now. Okay, so I think the RSS feed is pretty much done. Let's maybe specify like a smaller width and height, just so it's not like ridiculously big. So what's a good width and height that are 16 by 9? I mean, I guess if we do 720p divided by 2, so that'd be 1280 divided by 2. So 640 for the width, and then height 720p divided by 2 is 360. Okay, let's load up Firefox. Oh, something went wrong. Maybe we're not allowed to have a width and height or something. Here, let's remove that. Upload and see if it works again. Why isn't it working? No, maybe we forgot to do something and it's broken now. So we have the channel, title, link closes, image closes, URL, title, link, item, title, link. Oh, we didn't close copyright. That makes sense. Okay. Let's add these back in here. There you go. Just to format this a little bit nicer, after the image here, let's have a breakpoint. Why did it do that? Okay, that doesn't really work. Maybe if we just put the summary before. The image like this, I think that'll be better. I think it has to do with this. Whatever, I think this looks good. Let's go in Feedly now, see how this looks. So let's copy that link. So I believe it was here. Okay, so no feed. Okay, it doesn't look like you can actually Alright, well maybe it won't work with Feedly just yet. I'll have to figure that out another time. I don't want to do that on stream. Might be a little boring. Okay, so let's close this. We don't need that anymore. We can close that. Yep. We need to add one thing here. So you may have noticed here I have this RSS button.txt. I got some code generated on a website. So this will give us a nice RSS feed button to put on the website. I think we'll just throw it in the sidebar here. Maybe we'll make a new sidebar section just for RSS. This won't work. It's linking to feed icon.gif, but I don't have that. The image was removed. Okay. This is the website I used, but I'll just save the image. Save in downloads. We can stop this here. Okay, and if we go back to the Hollowbit website, okay, that looks kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Maybe if you just add this button like here or something. But the problem is that there's no transparency, so you have these white corners there. That's not very nice. Well, that sucks. Let's just modify the button. Whatever. We'll just go to GIMP or something. GIMP doesn't allow editing GIFs. Come on, man. There's no winning with this. Just trying to get a dumb button. Can I use this one? This looks not too bad. I think we can even use this. Labeled for reuse with modification. Let's just make sure that all the license agreements here. This is the one, I think. Free for commercial use. Okay, perfect. Just download the small one. We don't need the big image anyway. Alright, looks good. So we got this image here. Now where would be a good place on the website to put it? Don't really like that. I think it looks kind of dumb. Maybe if you just put it under social media, I think that'll be good. Let's let's rename this to feed icon. This script was good though, so keep that. I'll delete the .gif here. Put the icon in. And you should have like a width and height, I think, here. So what's the size of the image again? Let's check that out. 640 by, I guess that's divisible by 4, so 640 divided by 4, 160 by 80. Well, the stream is doing really well today. Barely have any drop frames. That's pretty sweet. I'm happy about that. Okay, that still looks a bit big. Maybe we'll half that. So this will be 80 and then this 40. That's better. And we also have to remove that thing there. Now this picture looks really weird, the resolution and all. Here, let's download this one. And just modify it. So it was 80 by 40 pixels, I think. So let's scale it. Okay, that looks good. Throw that back there. There you go, that looks better. And if we click this, it should bring us to that. So there you go. I think it's not too bad. We don't have to specify the width and height anymore because the image is that size, so we can remove that. Okay, now let's add that social media compatibility stuff. Oh, it's only been 50 minutes. Oh, pretty happy about that. It wasn't too long at all. Okay, so let's add that social media compatibility. So I've done it once before for the for my personal blog, but I kind of forgot how to do it. I know it's in the meta tags and stuff like that, but the exact stuff you're supposed to write and everything, I don't really remember. So add I wrote so add social media info to website. That's all social media buttons and everything. I'm going to go to my blog real quick just to see what it's called, because I forget what they're called. Nope, that's not what I needed. What is this even? I think it's maybe in snippets. Yeah, that looks like it. If we go edit the header here. Okay, there you go. It's the OG tags. So that's what that's for. Tag tester, that's cool. Let's load that up. Oh yeah, it's by Facebook. I forgot about that. I mean, I guess we can just use these. So let's just take all this here and throw it in. Let's do for post first, because this is the most important one, I think. So image width, image height. Nope. This needs to be 720p, so let's change that. 720. Description. Oh, this is so easy. We can just throw in the summary here. And the URL. And then the title. Boom. There you go. Integrated with social media already. Let's just make sure it uploaded it. Yep, there you go. We can close Firefox now. What's all this? Okay, let's merge our web browsers here. We can close all this RSS stuff for now. Close that. Okay, if we go into a blog post, copy the link and we throw that in here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I forgot to modify the image here. Images, posts. Nope. Get the ID. And then it's thumbnail.png. Alright, there you go. Okay. Can I follow direct path? Okay. That's okay. We can fix that. So you post.php. Hold on a second. It should be able to get it. I mean, using data from, because there was an error, following the direct path. What's the direct path anyways? Oh, did I not put HTTPS? Is that it? I mean, it looks good. Let's go to another blog. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm sure Netflix has their thing working. So if we go here, Maybe not. I don't know what Zalando is, but I'm sure they have good social media support. Otherwise, they wouldn't be at the top of Facebook. Alright, so if we put this in here, looking at it, it seems like this is not too bad. It seems like this works. Looks good. We have the image, we have that. Looks good, I think. Okay, so let's add the OG tags for the other things on the website. So let's start with the About page. Okay, so the title will be Hollowbit home. URL could just be this. The description, let's get the description from the RSS thing here. Just copy that in there. The image, and then the image we're going, oh no, crap. Going to use the background.png, and we can basically copy this for the different ones. So we have the About page, for the About we can keep that. This we have to do /about.php. I didn't rename this. Okay, oh, and then we have the Archipelago page. Let's just put this for the description. And for the image for this, we can actually do something a little nicer. So let's go, crap. Banner.png, and we need to see the size of that picture because I don't remember what it is. Games Archipelago. pillow. Let's just open up this. Games Archipelago. The banner image. Okay, now let's see how well this page formats. I'm curious about this one specifically. Let's test out that page. And fetch the new information. Yeah, it seems to work. Okay, cool. And let's just do Hollowbit.net, see what happens here. Okay, as you'd expect. Contact.php. Okay, so we can set the FB app ID. It says it recommends us to do that, so let's just add it. I'm also curious to see how Twitter handles those links as well. FB ID, and I'm just going to put the Hollowbit URL because it says I can do that, so I'll do that. Just throw that in there real quick. Let's just be a little more sneaky about this. So we don't forget to do it the next time we add one. Let's just throw it in the, no, this is the header for the other thing. Components, header. We'll just throw the FB ID straight in the header right here. No, not header, the head. There you go. And that'll add it for every single page. That's cool. Let's test this thing out now. Let's debug it. It should be fixed. I mean, it's there. Scrape again. Wait, that value is given? How did that happen? Property FB ID equal to... Oh. Scrape again. Because this should be explicitly provided, but it is. Like, look, it's right there. I think it doesn't like that I'm using this HTTPS redirector thing. I think it has a problem with that. That's maybe why it's yelling at me because of that. Oh. Forgot to rename that. Press kits, archive. Archipelago, about. This looks good. Alright, let's look on Twitter. Let's see how it does, looking at our tweets. OG meta tester. Preview card. Not whitelisted. Okay, I think that's something else. I think that doesn't have anything to do with it. Here, I'll just tweet out. Am I doing something wrong here? No, we don't want a poll. I'm happy that the Facebook one works at least. Oh, what's all this about? Oh no, Twitter has their own crap? Come on, Twitter. Maybe this is something different. How does this even work? I mean, yeah, I guess it knows the URL, so you don't need to provide it with one. That makes sense. Okay, so let's add this stuff back in here. Ah, man, this is going to be a little annoying. It's okay. It didn't take very long the first time, so let's just get it done. Okay, so we're going to have it set to add video boy. And then the post content, the title, rather, will be set to this. Then the description will be the summary. And then we'll have the image here. Alright. We're almost done with this, guys. Okay, it's almost 10:30 and we'll start. I think we're probably going to be using, probably going to be doing the tiled thing after, and then maybe if you have a little bit of time after that, we'll do some work on Archipelago. I think we might have time to do both, actually. I don't expect to spend a whole lot of time in tiled. Oh, we got a new comment. Are you using any multiplayer library in your game? Archipelago uses some very basic libraries just for sending packets and receiving them, but besides that, all the networking is pretty much coded by us. So yeah, we wanted full control over how it all works and everything, so we just did it ourselves. Okay, so index post. We have about. I like at least that you don't have to put the URL in here. This makes more sense. Oops. Okay, and then this is, I think, the last one, so Archipelago. And we have a different image tag here. Alright, that looks good. Everything's uploaded. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, let's test this thing out again. Yeah, so let's take this blog post here, see what happens. Hey. The image didn't load properly. I'm surprised, to be honest. It said it would crop it. Maybe we're missing something? Let's look at the info of it. It said it needs to be maximum 1 megabyte in size. And I really doubt it's over a megabyte, but you never know. Images, post. Yeah, that one that we just loaded up there was half a megabyte, so we should be good for that. Maybe it just didn't load it properly. Let's go here, post. Image, posts. Yeah. It's not giving us any other errors though, which is really annoying. Not showing image. Ah. So we can change this to summary large image. And the image oh, you could even put the site and the creator. That's cool. I'm going to add those tags in. Oh, then here we can just throw in the author. That's pretty sweet. Alright, let's see how this works now. About. I had a feeling I forgot to delete that there. Here. I'm pretty sure I did in about. Yep. Okay. Now I think it'll work. Let's just make sure it's uploaded. Everything looks good there. Nice. Looking good. Alright, cool. Let's test out a couple other pages just to see. So if we just do the plain Hollowbit website, let's see what happens here. Now let's delete this tweet. Well, I'm going to copy it and then retweet it out if it worked. Cool. Yes. Okay, awesome. It's done. Let's try the contact.php. This is the last one we need to test. Then all of them should work. Sweet. Okay, we're done with this for now. Well, for today, I'm just going to back up the whole website and everything. So I'll do that real quick. Shouldn't take too long. So components. Throw that all here. Yes, do all. Okay, so let's get on to something different now. Let's do the thing where we'll play around with tiled a little bit and try to see how it works and see if we can kind of find some sort of middle ground with tiled and our own tile system, so we can calculate collisions. That's the most important thing, I think, is being able to calculate collisions using a map made with tiled or without tiled. Yeah, let's just close off a couple of things here we don't really need. Alright, we're done here. I'm just going to back this up too real quick. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the state of the website right now. I think it's really awesome. I'll have to see that thing for Feedly though. That's another thing. Okay, so let's load up Eclipse. We'll create a new workspace here for this. I'm thinking after these platforming tutorials, the tutorials won't be so much code based. They're going to be more about more theoretical, you know. So like when we talk about networking, I'm going to explain to you guys how networking works, but it won't just be targeted to people using LibGDX or even Java. It'll be targeted to any programming language or anything, you know. So that way I think you can get more people interested in it as well. But for these tutorials, they're more like beginner kind of stuff, so I think it's good to stick with one language, because code theory and stuff like that is more it's more advanced for sure. Okay, you can close this. What's in here? Yeah, I'll close that. Okay, so let's get on to it. Let's download the LibGDX setup. We'll create the new project. Other servers must be like overloaded or something. It took a while to download. Okay, we'll take off all those platforms. We won't need it for this tutorial series. I was saying, I'm feeling pretty good today. I might even do longer than 3 hours. I'll see how I feel at the end of the 3 hours, but I wouldn't even be surprised if I end up going farther. Alright, let's generate the project here. We put it in a Git folder there because we're probably going to have a GitHub up for this this tutorial as well, so we need a Git folder to export to the GitHub. Okay, that was fast. Used to be a lot longer than that, I gotta say. That was pretty nice. Import. This is the part that usually takes a little bit longer, especially if you have a slow internet. Hey, how's it going? It seems like the YouTube stream thing isn't super accurate telling me how many people are watching stream, because sometimes I get comments and it says nobody's watching, so I don't know how that works. And I know that you just commented just now because I saw it pop up. Unless maybe I'm delayed or something like that. Okay. Well, that was fast. There you go, LibGDX project already set up. Okay, so let's make a map with tiled. Now we're gonna need some really crappy art to test with, so let's build some of that. I will eventually do a pixel edit tutorial actually. I have a couple of pixel edit pixel edit product keys to give away. So I will do a basic tutorial on that, and also give away those 2 keys that I got. Actually, I think it might be 3 keys now that I think of it. And also a Sprider Pro tutorial. There's actually a Humble bundle right now with those things in it. I think it's still there. Yeah, game software. Oh wow, it ends in 3 hours. If you're watching the stream, buy this bundle. If you pay just $1, you get Pixel Edit and Sprider for free. Plus this thing here, and you also get the some effects, which is really cool. I might do a Twitter blast on that. Okay. So let's create some new crappy art here. I think I'll make it fairly big images just so we can test. No. Let's make them small. 16 by 16. And 3 by 3 should be good enough, I think. Maybe I should have made it 1 by 3 now I think of it. Or 1 by 8. Okay, so let's just make grass platform here real quick. Okay, and then we can have a dirt one here. What else can we have? I guess we need some sort of sky tutorial series, so get tiles and then you can put them where you want. So we can make it so all the tiles kind of continue like that. If we take off the tile grid, let's see how this looks. It still looks kind of okay. And I'll get a slightly lighter gray, but still kind of dark, and maybe a little lighter. It's not really a whole strategy to this, I'm just kind of putting on some parts of the border here. So yeah, Pixel Edit is a super powerful tool. Like considering like you can specify tiles and then it updates all the other tiles that you place at the same time. That's crazy. For tile-based game development art, it's such a good feature to have. That doesn't look super good, but it's good enough. Okay, so we can just get rid of that, and there you go. And we'll get rid of those last two ones, we don't need those. So. Okay, let's export this, export the image. Save. Okay, now let's go into tiled. Let's create a new one. So we're going to be doing orthogonal. I think CSV is the way to go. 100 tiles by 100 tiles, that's fine. 16 by 16, sure. Then here we need to add a new tile image thing. Okay, so it seems like you kind of add these layers What is this? Is that the pencil? Terrain brush? What, am I not allowed to use the brush or something? Okay, there you go. Give us a little bit of flat space there. This is a pretty cool tool as well. I gotta say, tile is pretty well made. But for Archipelago, we made our own tile thing. Oh, hey, hello. Sorry, I didn't see your message. Made our own map editor because we have some special extra features we want to add in there. We have a couple of really cool tools we want to add as well. I'm pretty excited to do it. But we're actually going to end up redoing it. We're going to be making it web-based now instead. So we're going to have a website where we can edit the tiles and stuff. It's going to be different, but it'll be pretty cool, I think. Oh, that's not transparent. Alright, let's load that up. by 16 import. Okay, there you go. That should be good now. And then that loads it up automatically. Beautiful, that's pretty cool. Got this eraser here. Okay, there you go. I just want to modify the layer so it makes a little more sense. And let's add a little bit of lava just so we have some. Okay, so we'll put it at the bottom like this. And then we'll put a little bit of lava at the surface, just to test with. Alright, that's enough for this. Let's save it. Let's put it in the tutorial folder, and then we're going to have to learn how to load this up. Source here. Okay. So now if we refresh this, we should have a map.tmx. We need to open this up with a text editor though. So now you can see we have all the map here, and then this is the second layer. You can kind of see it. Very cool the way this works. We need to change the URL here. Where is it? Yeah, source tiles. Okay, that works. Alright, so let's actually start the research now. So I need to see how do we actually load these things up. Let's open up a new page, a new window of Chrome. Okay, so LibGDX load tile map. It seems like I don't have a lot of dropped frames on this stream, but it seems to be going down in quality a little bit sometimes, like a lower bit rate, and it gives me like errors. Even YouTube says my video output is low, so if you guys see anything being weird, just let me know and I'll fix it. Yeah, let's use Games from Scratch's tutorial. He does really good tutorials, I find. Okay, there you go. Tiled map and tiled map render. So let's just basically copy this code and then see how it works. Okay, he initializes the camera. That's good. We want to do that. Let's get rid of this well, I guess we'll keep it just in case we need it. Okay, and then let's use this code for that here. Alright, let's run it. Let's just see if it works right off the bat like that. Sounds like my tablet battery's dying. I'm just going to plug it in. Hey, there you go. Simple enough, I guess. Let's just make the default window size a bit bigger, and I also want to be able to move around in the map. Okay, so we want to get some input here, and then we don't even need the input processor for what I want to do. Okay, let's what am I doing there? So camera dot position dot, or I guess we should do camera dot translate, and this would be GDX dot input dot get delta x, and then this would be GDX dot get delta y. Okay, so this is basically just a quick way for adding dragging. I think I need to do minus on that, and also camera dot no. GDX dot input dot is touched. Okay, let's see this now. It's the X that needs to be inverted. Okay, there you go. Okay, so the map loads well. We can see that we have the lava. You know, there must be some sort of way of getting the tiles ID. So that's what we need to know. So we have the tiled map. I'll get layers dot. Okay, so we can get a specific layer. So just say the foreground layer. So then dot get oh, okay, I gotta take this call. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so how do we get the tiles? Seems you can set properties of the of a map, which is kind of neat. So you can set properties and then get them later on. But how do we actually get the tiles themselves? That's what I'm wondering. Let's Google it. GDX tiled. Get tile at location. Oh, okay, so it seems like we can do .get cell. Okay, it seems like we need to typecast here. So you need to convert this to a tiled map, tile layer, and then from that, to import this. Get cell. Okay. So let's do a condition here. GDX dot input dot just touched. So if we just clicked on the map, equal to camera dot project, or no, it should be project. No, unproject. Okay, so what this does is it converts a screen coordinate into a world coordinate, which we can then use. So unproject new vector 3 GDX dot input dot get x and GDX dot input dot get y. Okay, I'm going to have to convert this to an int. Okay, so this might be a bit easier than I actually thought. I thought it would be super tied down and they wouldn't let you do much. Okay, dot get cell dot the tile dot get ID. Okay, and then we'll save it here. And then let's print it out. Touched tile with ID. It's ID. Alright, let's test this out now. Oh, null pointer exception. Now where's the exception coming from? I wish it told me what column in the code, like what character was causing the error. Oh hey, how's it going? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, at least you're here now. We're just working on the we're playing around with tiled. So it's a map editor for the tutorial series, and I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do exactly for the tutorials and how tiled works, so we can kind of make some sort of way so that we can combine both tiled and making our own tile loader. So yeah. Okay. So you get a null pointer exception here. Now what's going on with that? Oh, it could be because the tile is empty. We click here, see it says 6, 2, 4. If you move up here, we have the cloud. But if you click here, it's null because there's no tile there on that layer. Okay, so tiled map. Okay, so let's do this. Get. Okay, so it's a tiled map tile. Okay, and then here we can do a condition if tile is not equal to null. Line 52. Well, it looks like we can't even get the cell if that's null. Guessing it's tiled map cell is equal to what is this return? Yeah, cell. Enable cell. Alright, now it should work, I think. Cool. Okay, so this proves that we can actually get the tile IDs. So I think the first tile is grass, right? So that's one. Then dirt is the second one. Then the third one was the sky, so we can't click on it just now because it's in the background layer. And then we have stone, which was the last one. Cloud is the fifth. Okay, so the way tiled seems to work is that it gets tiles in the order that they are in the sprite sheet, in the tile map. Okay, so that's very cool. So we can actually do some pretty cool stuff with that. Okay, so let's play around with some stuff a little bit here. So let's create a map package here. Create a class called tile type. Actually, this will be an enum. Okay, so we'll have the different ones. So we'll have grass. We'll give it the ID here. So grass is 1. And then we'll have a condition of if it's collidable or not. So true. I also want to have like a damage condition. So we'll say no. Well, for grass it would be 0. We'd have the different ones. So we have grass, we have dirt. The next one is sky. There's no collision, so false. After that, I think it was lava. Let's just look at our image here. Sky, lava, cloud, and then stone. Okay, so there's no collision with clouds. Stones, yes. Okay, let's create a constructor for it. Int ID, and then we'll have the boolean collidable. We're going to have 2 conditions actually, so we'll have another one with a damage value. So the lava will give you some damage. Let's say damages by 1. Float damage. Whoops. 0. So that's a default damage value. Private int ID. Alright. Create some getters and setters for these. And is collidable, get damage. Get ID. Okay, and then a couple little last things. We need to make a hash map so that we can get the tiles by ID. So that's going to be pretty essential, I think. So integer and then tile type, tiles map. Alright, there you go. So now, what we can actually do is, if we go in here, we can print out some extra info about the tile itself. So let's get that here. So tile type is equal to tile type. Now get tile type by ID. And then we can display some extra info about it here. So collidable, is collidable, and then we'll have another one, damage. Okay, so now if we run it, whoops. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that might fix it. We'll see though. Yeah, okay, so it tells you that the dirt is collidable. The grass is also collidable. The damage, so you can tell you it's 1. If you go up here, it says the cloud is not collidable. And of course, there's all that stuff. You can also add a couple other properties in here, so you can put like a string name. No, you don't put that there. Okay, and then here we can actually put the name, so we can put dirt. No, this is grass. Dirt, sky, lava, cloud, oops. Strong. I don't know where that came from. Then we can create a getter. Let's just generate it here. How would you store items like weapons and armor? You can do that as an enum as well, very similarly. So what I would do is I'd have different weapon types with different items, and then some of them would be weapons and some wouldn't be, and then similarly you can give data to different weapons and items. So in Archipelago I load it from a file, but you could use an enum like this, and I think we're just going to stick with enums for the tutorial. So you'd kind of do the same thing. You would create an enum, but for items instead of tiles, so you'd have item type. Then you can specify the different ones, so you can have armor and weapons, or even like food, like apples or anything you need, right? So, yeah. So, yeah, enums are very cool for that kind of thing. I think I'll definitely show you guys a little more about it in the tutorials. I'm definitely going to be using this tile type thing in the tutorial. I can almost guarantee that. Okay, there, and then this should get the name of it. Yeah, see, it tells you it's dirt, grass, lava, with dirt, stone, lava, grass, cloud. Alright, there you go. So that's how you load a tiled map and get some properties for it. I'm going to do a couple of other little things here. So I also want to have a map thing here. This would be abstract class. Yeah, you could do stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. Like you can reference other enums inside the creation of one enum. I have to look into the rules of that though. But that's usually something I'd probably do with a file though. That's getting pretty complicated. Well, not really, but okay. So let's create a couple of apps. Yeah, it's pretty neat what you can do. You can, I don't even know if you can do that with enums, but I know for like methods and stuff like that, you can, I've done it a couple times. You can have a method that can take multiple parameters of the same type, and then it kind of converts it to an array. So just say you do like void, I don't know, game stuff, and then you would have int, and then you put dot dot dot, and then you could put like IDs or something like that. And then this IDs thing, you can actually just treat it as an array. Like you do int ID 1 is equal to that. And then when you actually run game stuff, you do game stuff, and then you could put numbers in like this, just like as they're. So maybe you can do something like that, I'm thinking, for what you're talking about, like having tiles that break easier with certain weapons. At the end of the item's description, you can have just a list of all the tiles that it's good at breaking or something like that. I don't know if that would be the best approach though, but abstract. Okay, so whoops. For the tutorial series, first episode is going to be showing how to do this kind of abstract class that will basically make it so that we can use either the tiled maps or we can use our own maps. So it's going to be just like a starter class, and then the episodes after that will be showing you how to do it specifically for tiled or with our own tiled maps. And then every other platform episode after those ones basically doesn't matter which way you use to make the maps, it'll work either way. So that's kind of the goal with this. I think it'll be pretty cool. yeah, this has to be protected. Okay, so we're gonna have some sort of collision thing so that entities can check if they collide with the world when they're doing movements and things like that, when they're moving around. We're also going to have a public abstract render. I didn't even really check if it uses the camera. Yeah, okay. So we're going to pass the camera in there, and we're also going to have an update and dispose. Of course, we'll pass delta time in there, and dispose. Let's put these down here. No, we'll just do all the create stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a pretty cool trick. I haven't found too many uses for it since it's more like for designing APIs and things like that. But yeah, it's very cool. Definitely. It because if you want to have an array like that, you would have to create an array and then set the index for each one. This kind of does it all for you, which is really nice. I'm glad I can help. Okay, so this is good. And we'll have the different maps here. So we'll have the tiled map. No, I want to call this tiled game map. Extends game map. Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in Java. The stuff I still don't even know. Like I don't know if you ever done Bucket plugin development, but their event handling system is pretty neat, and I've never figured out how to do it. I should probably look into it, but it's very cool. I don't think it would have been a good idea to actually use it, but I'm just curious to see. Cause I don't know. I have a feeling it might be a little bit intensive, or maybe not. Okay. So we can just shove all these in here. Nope. This will go in the constructor. I'll change that to orthographic camera, since it seems like that's what we need. Okay, cool. Alright, so then here we can just have our game map. Game map. Okay, pretty cool. That should be, let's just make it public. So the type's not equal to null, let's just, you touched the a okay, and then here we can do game map dot update gdx.graphics.get delta time, game map dot render, and game map dot dispose. Yeah, you can easily do that. Right now, I have this get tile type by location, which gets the tile using a pixel on the screen. So where they click on the pixel on the screen, it's going to get the tile for that. But what you're describing is actually even easier to do than this, because you don't really have to convert anything. So yeah. Yeah, I'll put that in right now. And I'll document this stuff too. Actually here, this should be int, now that I think of it. Int. Okay, and then this will be like that, and then this will be like this. There you go, that should work. Alright, there you go, implemented. Yeah, that's it. It's good to kind of build up a library of tools to use later on. Does tile collide with world? So what we can do here, oh no, that's collision rect. We'll do that another time, we'll implement it later. Is there some sort of thing I need to do, like tiled map dot dispose? Okay, good. Tiled map render dot, no dispose for that. Okay, I'm actually kind of surprised. Alright, if we run it should work again. Okay, so the same thing as before, of course. I just want to make sure it works on the corners. Oh yeah, that shouldn't work, that corner. Alright, looking good. Okay, so now we can kind of create our own map loader kind of thing. It's already like 11:30. Call it custom game map. It'll actually be three-dimensional because there's multiple layers. Well, that's pretty intense if you think about it. We don't even do that for Archipelago. We only have one layer, but we kind of handle it differently. But this is a platformer, so it's a little different, I guess. Map. And that's all the map data we're going to have for now. I mean, yeah, let's just include like a string name or something like that. So we have a little bit of extra data. Okay, so we'll have is equal to gdx.files.internal, and we'll have id.map. So we need to make sure the file actually exists. Well, we won't put an else. We'll just do, if all these conditions don't work, we'll just return null. We won't check for that now because we're going to know for sure that the map actually exists. But just a precaution there. Okay. So file.exist. I don't know. Hold on. I'm drawing blank right now. Okay, yeah, so we need to get the string of the file. Okay, so let's just convert it straight away. So we have okay, and then it would be file object.readString. There. Alright, so we got a loader for it. Let's create a constructor here. Okay, so we're just going to do a basic map. We'll just call it basic or something like that. Custom game map data. Data is equal to custom game map loader. Load map. Okay, and then with this we can no, this should be private. Is equal to data.name. This dot map is equal to data dot map. Alright, cool. Yeah, stop with my OCD there for a second. Okay, so we're going to need a sprite batch. So private sprite batch. We're also going to need to load the tiles up. So overall, it just seems like it's a lot more work to be using the custom way, but at least you get to do some more stuff. You can do like random generation and things like that. At least it's a bit easier to do it in the future, so there's that. Okay, and then now we actually have to load through the map. So for int layer is equal to 0. Layer is less than map.length. Layer plus plus. Okay, so loop through each layer. The rows we actually need to start at 0.length minus 1. Rows more than or equal to 0. Row minus minus, so they start from the top. Rows. Okay, and then we finally have column is equal to 0. Column is less than map 0 dot length column plus plus. Okay, and then what we can do here now is you can get the tile type, so is equal to, so I get tile type by coordinate, and then we use I just realized something. This get tile type by coordinate thing, this whole business, implies that it implies that we know which row we're rendering from. Okay. I mean, it implies like that we're rendering from the second layer. So you can see here that we're specifying exactly that we just want to check that layer. So that's going to be a bit of an issue because we're not necessarily just checking that layer, right? Okay, we can modify this a little bit. I guess we're going to go over time a bit, but that's fine. So this should have a layer integer. This should also have a layer. Oops. I do that kind of thing a lot. And we pass a layer like that. Okay, so then here we do layer. Column, row. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that for sure. Okay, so it's going to require a layer. Well, see, at least I'm doing this now, and I'm figuring all this stuff out before we get to the actual tutorial. So I'm happy about that. I get pixel position at a space. There. Okay, that works. We actually have to implement this now, which should be very easy. We just do return tile type by ID, and then the ID is map layer yx. Oh, got mixed up with my languages. I was doing some C# there. Okay. Okay, we can add this in real quick. It's almost the exact same thing. Well, we're just referencing the other one, right? X divided by. Let's use a constant here. So tile type dot tile size. It's much better practice like this. Oops, I guess we can't do that. It has to do with the rendering order, because hold on, maybe I'm thinking of it incorrectly. Because the loop starts... No, I think you're right. I'm getting mixed up because you're supposed to draw... Hold on. Every time I go through this, I have to think about exactly why. I need to remember why. I'm going to look at the Archipelago renderer. But it has to do with like the precedence of drawing. So if you have images that overlap each other, in this case we're just doing tiles, so it's not really a big deal. But just say you have like trees or things like that where it's full images. If you render them in bad order of precedence, you'll have the trees at the top. They're going to end up being rendered over the trees that are below them. So then you get this really weird effect. But I'm trying to think exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right, but like I don't remember why I'm right exactly though, you know? Like now that I'm thinking of it, it seems like what I'm saying doesn't make sense. But I know it does make sense. I guess once I actually implement and test around with it, I'll see. Every time I have to go through this thought process. Okay, then we have the... No, I think we're just gonna have a bunch of different layers. Like, for collisions, we'll figure that stuff out after. We might have maybe like 2 or 3 background layers, and then maybe 4 foreground layers. And then the 4 foreground layers will be the only ones we check when we're looking for collisions. So we might do that. Okay, then here. That was just our test code. We don't even need it anymore, but we'll keep it in anyways because we need to test this out once it's done. Oh yes, we need to convert to integers here. I guess we should create some sort of getter or something for the name. Okay, so we get the tile type, and then now we need to actually render the tile. So tiles dot no, it's an array. So we're getting from the first row, so 0, and then the ID of it is type.getID -1 because it's an array, so it starts at 0 the index, but our index is for the tile IDs start at 1, so we need to subtract by 1. Okay, so that's the image, and then we can just do batch dot draw. Okay, then the x and y, so that would be column times tile type dot tile size. And then I think this is where we need to do that that precedence thing, I think. Yeah, because otherwise it ended up getting drawn at the bottom. Yeah. Okay, so we need to get the map's height. So to do that, we do map 0 dot length times tile type tile size minus row times tile type. I know there's like a shorter mathematical way to do this, but for the tutorial, I think this is complicated enough for now, so just keep it at that. No, we don't dispose anything here. Maybe just the textures. Or no. We can dispose the batch. Alright, and we're not going to implement the collisions thing yet, so let's just put that to-do list tag back there. I think that's done. Okay, we actually need to create the map itself now. We're not going to create a very big map since, yeah, it's a lot of stuff to write out. I think it was basic.map we called it. We'll use Notepad++. Okay, so we have name, basic map, and we have map. Okay, so this is our array of layers, and then within our array of layers we have an array of we have different rows. It's gonna take me a second to think about how we write this. Okay, so this is our array, and then these are each individual layer, and then in each individual layer we have each individual row. So we'll just do like 10 rows, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then in here we'll create this thing. So what was the sky again? What was that? Sky is 3. I don't even know how many that is, but that's okay. Here we can just remove all those actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we should allow it so that if the tile ID is 0, then it just won't render it, so it won't find a tile type. So if type is not equal to null, let me see. Yeah, most JSON readers, it will give you an error, but the LibGDX one actually doesn't, which is really nice. Yeah, I didn't know that, so I was used to the JSON way, and then I tried adding this to adding the tile JSON loader with this convention there into JavaScript, and it didn't work. It was kind of annoying. But I'll remove it anyways, just for practice. But yeah, thanks for mentioning that. It's true. So 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so we're just going to do a bunch of zeros here as well. No, I didn't count this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's really cool. It's little things like that, you know, with LibGDX that I kind of like. But it's really stupid that other JSON parsers are so strict that you can't do that, you know. I mean, I guess for compatibility, it's just best practice to not have it. Okay, what are the different tile IDs again? So we have a bunch of dirt. So let's just put, oh wait, what is dirt again? Forgot, 2. Okay, it's gonna be a really crappy map, but whatever. And then the stone was 6. And the lava 4. And we'll put some grass at the top, so it's just going to be like just really flat layers. Maybe we'll just add a couple of little bits of lava here, and then we'll add some clouds. Alright, let's test this thing out. Test it out, we need to change this thing here to custom game map. Let's just change the import thing here to load up. No, we don't need all of them. Okay. Null pointer exception. Okay, wasn't able to load the map. I called it basic.map. But the null pointer was on the name, right? Yeah. Yeah, so the way it works is there's 2 layers. So this is the first layer, so they're going to be rendered in order of precedence. So the first layer will be rendered, so this is the sky one, it's all 3s. And then after that, it will have the foreground layer, what they call it, so you'd have, you know, all your other stuff on that's collidable and everything. So yeah, this gets drawn first, and then these ones get drawn. So it's, in a sense, it's almost 3-dimensional because you have a 3-dimensional array. So you have layers, and then within each layer you have a 2-dimensional array of tiles. So it's almost 3-dimensional. If you think about like games like Minecraft or things like that, this is kind of the same thing if you think about it. Well, not exactly, but you get my point. With this knowledge, you could probably create a game like Minecraft. You would just need, of course, the skills to do 3D. But okay, so why isn't it loading the map? What's going on with this? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was, well, that's it. You'd have to have the 3-dimensional render and everything. That's a little more complicated then, but not really. Like the back end behind it is pretty much the same concept if you think about it. Okay, here, I'm just going to do an error here, see if that's it. Okay, no, so that's not the error. Maybe it's just an error with our JS1. Let's check here. Basic map. Okay, so we have that, and we have each row, each layer. I think there's a way to show errors. If there's an error that's going on. Okay, no, that's when you're outputting JSON. Okay, let's see if we can actually read the string. So let's just print out that. Oh, it says it's not getting anything. Oh, you have to refresh this. Now it should work. Oh yeah, we have to start the begin. Okay, at least we know that's working now. Okay, now we have to call begin, and then we have to end it. Batch dot end. Yeah, pretty classic. All right, there you go. Oops. Oh yes, let's test that that works. Okay, it's not working super well. Oh, it's because it's upside down. See, that's the thing we need to do. I forgot about. What do we need to do here? No, not for this. Whoops. I think it's this. Rate index out of bounds. Oh. What? Okay, because I did, oh, wait, no I didn't. Ah. Because we're getting the tile type by coordinate there. Okay, so we don't need to inverse this now because we're going to inverse it there, so that works. Okay, it should work now, I think. Why is it rendering it upside down? Yeah, Eclipse should really add some sort of like automatic reload thing or something. It's kind of annoying. Oh, that's good. It's just the thing we need to change is this. We don't want to put this here. We want to put it here. Like that. Now that should be good. Click here. Index out of bounds. Oh, okay, yeah, I see why that's happening. We don't need to -1 here. I thought we did, but no. Cloud. Okay, there's nothing there. Lava, grass, stone. There you go. That's pretty cool. What time is it now? Oh, hey, we did this before the 3-hour mark. So yeah, I think I'm going to end here. That's perfect time. 3 hours now. So I'll in the tutorial I'll show how we can scale this up so it looks bigger and more natural, of course. But for now, that's good. So that's it, guys, for the stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same stream time. So see ya.